Hi guys, in this video we're going to discuss why do we have to rationalize the denominator. Just like in math, we all know that there's a rule that you cannot divide by zero. You cannot have zero in the denominator of a fraction, right? Just like that, you cannot have a radical in the denominator, okay? Or an irrational radical in the denominator. So you cannot have zero in the denominator because division by zero does not make any sense in real life. If I ask you to take a bar of chocolate and divide it by zero, it does not really make any sense. But if I ask you to take it and divide it by one, a bar of chocolate or something, divided by one means just to leave it alone. It's just that one piece. But if I ask you to divide it by zero, it does not make any sense. So that's why you cannot have the denominator as zero. Now, why is this radical not allowed in the denominator? That's our question. In order to understand that, first, we need to understand the difference between rational and irrational numbers. Rational and irrational numbers. So, rational is the decimal that, like 7, that's a rational 7.15, 7.666, repeating. All these are rational numbers. Okay, so these are numbers that decimals that either end or repeats. Okay, and irrational is like square root of 2. When you put that in, you get 1.41, and it keeps on going forever. These numbers does not end, it does not end, nor does it repeat, it does not repeat. Okay, so all these radicals which does not have a perfect square root, like square root of 4, that's just 2, but square root of 3, square root of 2, all these radicals are irrationals. That means they're going to keep on going forever without having a definite pattern or without a set of decimals repeating. So if you ask a decimal this question, does it end? Does it end? And you get the answer as no. And the second question, does it repeat? And you get the answer as no. So you get two no's as your answer like this. Then it is an irrational. It is an irrational decimal. So think about dividing a number 7 by a decimal that never ends, by an irrational number. It does not have any meaning in real life. Think about dividing a chocolate bar into a decimal 1.41, blah 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 blah, all these numbers, and it's never going to end. So it doesn't have any real meaning in real life if you think about it. That's why you cannot have an irrational number as a denominator. So you end up having to rationalize it. We do that by multiplying by the same irrational radical up and down of the fraction, and you get 7 radical 2. And square root of 2 gives you a square root of 4, which we know is a regular whole number 2. So now we have changed this irrational to a rational number. That's called rationalizing the denominator, and that's the reason why we have to rationalize the denominator. If you have any questions, post your questions in the comments and I will try to answer you as soon as I can. Thank you.